Hello, my name is Abel Abelson. I'm the writer of a few books which will probably interest you. The links are in the description. And today I'd like to share a thought with you I had on the train, which I think is important for every one of us. So I was on the train going somewhere and I passed the village where my parents live. Now some of you who have been following me for a longer time probably know that I don't have what you could call a good relationship with my parents. For the largest part because simply we're not really compatible, neurologically speaking. I'm neurodivergent and they're neurotypical, in short. More details about that in my book, Setting Free the Intellectually Gifted. And so I was passing in the train and I felt this kind of sadness, really, that there's not really a way that I can go visit my parents in any positive way. And the thought that occurred to me then, and which I think is really important for everyone who has parents, everyone in short, is that my parents and most parents actually they rig the game. They put up a game for you to play with them and they rig the game. They design the game in such a way that either way you lose and they win. Now, how does it work? In short, either you go and be the good son to them and you're at their service and you go and listen to their ramblings which don't interest you and their advice that doesn't apply and their toxic remarks wrapped in a kind of life advice and whatnot. Either you do this or you are the bad son or daughter. And also there you lose. In the first option, you throw away your precious time and life at their service. In the second option, you get depressed. You feel bad because you think you should be a good son or a good daughter and you're not. So both ways you lose. Now, what's the solution to this? I've tried, and I also documented this in my book, I've tried solving this problem together with my parents in a profound way. It completely did not work. And one of the main reasons for this is that for this to work, the parents have to do the same with their parents. So you have to re-evaluate the whole relationship you have with your parents together with them, which will invariably need from them to do the same with their parents because partially they're just repeating what happened to them. And this is something that very few humans are capable of, in my experience. Re-evaluating a lot of stuff that makes a lot of skeletons fall out of the closet, and it's a whole process and it's really tough. But at the end, you get out of the tunnel and you're into the light. Which I couldn't do with my parents because they stayed in the tunnel with their parents. In a toxic kind of relationship, even if their parents have deceased, it remains the same. There's this kind of toxicity that's there and that they just cannot and will not reevaluate, analyze, deconstruct, and get over. So what is the real solution to this? You reject the game altogether. So you reject going to see them in a kind of service, good son or daughter setup. You reject this. This doesn't mean forcibly that you reject going to see them. But if you go to see them, it's simply among adults. Adults A, adult B, adult C. You have no debt towards them. If you feel you have a debt toward them, that's toxic because they're supposed to have loved you and have loved that you were around, and it would have been a pleasure and something easy to do to take care of you. And all that they are now saying about sacrifices and stuff like that, whenever they put the word sacrifice on the table, it means it wasn't balanced by the same amount of love for you. I know because I'm a father now, because that's what they tell you also. Oh, once you'll be a father, you see things differently. No, even more, I see it now like this. There is no sacrifice in taking care of your kids. It's just, it's normal. It's the thing you like to do. It's the thing you want to do. And you just do it. There's no more to it. So there's no debt whatsoever. So you don't have to be at their service. You don't have anything to pay back. There's just adults in a world where you can or cannot meet, can or cannot help each other, etc. So you reject this part of the game, and you also reject the other part of the game where you're supposed to be a good son or daughter. You're not supposed to be a good son or daughter. It's all bullshit that you have to be in service of your father and mother or otherwise you're a bad person. It's not true. They're just people, and they are partially toxic a lot of times, and they have their own shit that they try to put on you, and there's no reason why you should accept this. Parents, some parents, a lot of parents, sometimes, a lot of times, they construct a rigged game for you to take part in, and it's up to you not to try to win this game because it's rigged. You cannot win it. It's up to you to reject the game. Simply reject it. Tell me what you think about this in the comments. Have a look at my books, links in the description. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing to all those fabulous people that do so. And see you for the next video. Bye.